I need my monies back.
Yeah, put him away, please. I think he's only a tank.
I sure hope. Yep.
You got him. Just send the soldiers. Fuck everybody else.
Actually. Oh boy.
Yeah, because the horses worked so well for you last time. There you go. Fuck off, Cannon Man.
Gone. All right.
Wow.
Now I gotta take my base back.
Oh, good for you.
All right, and then that's okay. That's jump. Okay, good.
At least they're too stupid to stick around. Honestly, just sit still. Let him summon all his guys, and take the time loss. You can outrun the timer. This is pointless.
Well, the timer's going pretty fast.
But you go faster. Look how much faster you go.
I don't know about that. Ow.
You do.
Ow. Ow. That's fine. Okay. Good. I'm going. I'm going.
Why does the timer feel like it goes faster for you than it did for him?
Because we're at level. Come on, you little fuck!
Yeah, this seems a lot harder for you than it did.
God damn it!
Than it did for the commander.
No! He's got 3 guys left. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Oh, Nelly. Nope. You fuck.
You're good. You're good. You can make it.
One more guy. Oh no!
You're fine. You can make it. You can't make it. Now you fucked up. Now you're dead. No.
God damn it! Fuck!
He cries! Dude, it's fine. It's not like you lose a guy. Who gives a shit? You only have one dude to kill.
I don't get
Take the port!
I don't get money though.
Who cares?
How am I going to get more guys?
You don't need to. You have one guy to kill. Two
guys to kill.
Well, if you quit fucking around and start playing right.
Okay. All right.
Oh my fucking god.
I gotta take it.
I can't take this anymore.
I gotta take it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Doom. And I was about to say you almost got hit by the dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright. It looks like on level 1 you would be able to outrun the clock.
Yes.
While just sitting there.
Okay, the jump is not really working all that great. No, it's jump. It's B.
Oh.
Oops. It's just not. Okay, come on.
It seriously looks like you can kind of just juke these guys, but at the same time, it's like...
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Come on.
What the fuck? How come he never had those things to deal with?
What, the dogs?
No, the fucking, like, the beat-up-ass building.
God damn it!
Wow.
Jesus fucking Christ! Would you please?
At least he's... Well, you're not making that.
Nope. Probably not.
Throw it!
I swear to God. That works. That works.
Failed
that
attempt
works.
number 2.
That works.
Wow.
Come on! It was right there!
That's hard. That is tough. That is tough. That's stupid. You might want to just try to kill them.
But is this a new guy?
Yeah. Sure is.
God
sure is Shingles.
bless it. Okay.
But you got 2 fresh guys too. No you don't, actually. No, that's fine. The tree's good. The tree is what you want.
No!
Well, maybe not. No,
Fair.
you're fine. You can easily do this.
Yeah.
I would... Yeah. Oh, and you still have your horses. Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh, you're going down.
Oh, you're dead, sucker! Oh, yeah! Now you just have one more... Oh my god. Can you just refuse to accept the base?
Yes. No.
Can you really?
No, you can't.
Oh.
Okay. I'm taking it this time though. I'm not. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this again. We are taking this base where it's ours. Our base belong to us, and it's always us. And it's just we're going for it. We're going. Yeah, we're just that's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're still going good. The time is good. There it goes.
Damn.
One more jump, and then you jump right to the stairs here. The dog is a woof woof, and then you just keep
Is a woof woof.
and then you keep going, and then we're just gonna. That's good. You run with me. We're good. Yeah. Boom. Yeah.
That was
gone.
money.
Yeah. Oh,
that
boom,
was money right there, dude. Woo! That was a good throw.
We're done.
That was a good fucking throw, man.
There. Now we're on equal footing. You're not making money. I'm not making money. Fuck, they're still making money.
But at least you have a guy. You got a fresh guy back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, all you gotta do is take them out and you're done.
Yeah.
You could do this.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
What, were you afraid he was gonna show up as the other guys?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he's... Oh, sweet! I can take their money. I can take their money.
It's
Yep.
so annoying.
Yep, it sure is. But guess what, though? It's gonna be better once I take their money. Boom. Nope. Damn it. A little bit too early.
Yeah.
Come on, get up, please. Boom. No!
That's fine.
Na-na-na-na. Da-da-da-da. God damn
That
it.
was
My
a-
timing is just off.
That was a whiff and a half.
Ow. That's fine. As
This
long
one
as
looks
they
a
don't-
lot more annoying.
As long as they don't hit me off the train, I'm good. There.
Alright, this is a lot easier. Why does it feel like they don't move as fast?
Ow. Yes,
Wow.
here it is, here it is. Boom! Stick 'em up. Give me that money. Give me that sweet, sweet money. Boom! Another soldier. Oh yeah. Right
Wow.
here. Right here.
And, yeah, I don't think this guy has much left.
I hope not. I think it's a fresh guy.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Oh no, okay,
You're
we're
only
pretty...
missing one soldier.
Oh, shit. Shit!
Holy fuck. That was a fucking massacre.
It sure was. Actually, that's fine. Take out the bridge. Take out the bridge. Shit. That works.
You're good.
That's right. Take out your bridge.
He's not gonna take out.
Take out the bridge.
He's too smart for that.
Shit. Take out the bridge.
Or just let him run out of cannonballs.
I'm gonna let him run out of cannons. They definitely have the high ground on this one.
No,
I
you're
can't-
good.
Oh,
You're
God,
good.
It's like 1 for 1. There we go.
You're good.
Come on. Come on. There we go.
Acceptable loss.
Acceptable losses. Boom. Boom, baby. That's the North.
It was almost a war of attrition. Well done, Corporal. You have been in the 6 months.
It's time to make
Wow.
America again a land of freedom. It's a good game,
Wow.
isn't it? It's a good game.
It's a good game, he said. So it's basically this every time.
Yeah, for the most part.
So we done it. We done beat the game.
That's it.
I guess.
Yeah.
North and South in the bank. Done. I mean, 30 minutes, but like
It's honestly,
technically you beat it the first time, so it was like 15 minutes.
Realistically
I mean-
speaking, if I would have gone gone against their forces right away, I would have beaten this game in like 2 minutes. But that's why I'm saying this game. It reminds me.
So what am I giving this for an end time?
For an end time?
Yes.
It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes? That's
Unless you want to do 30 for like the complete game.
We'll put 30.
Okay.
We'll put 30 for
'cause it's
beating
the
out
whole
multiple
game.
difficulties.
Yeah.
Game 217. Lame. North.
And
Is it and South?
Yep, and.
Actually and?
Yes, it's not the ampersand.
North and South. Wow, dude. Wow.
Dude, Doug McCool.
Dude, Doug McCool.
It is a cool game. But now you see why I say, like, it reminds me of North and South, or not North and South, of Risk, but just on a much smaller scale.
Oh, yeah. I can definitely see that.
Because you've got the 3 different attacking, like, forces. You've got your soldiers, you've got your horses, you've got your cannons.
Yeah, the cannons.
And they each have their own attributes and their own, like, use for the most part. It comes down to controlling your territory so that you can actually get money, because as you could tell halfway through, I wasn't earning money, therefore I wasn't getting additional resources. So it makes it difficult in that sense. And obviously the higher the difficulty on the computer side, the faster
The clock
goes, the harder it is. And so, I mean, it does have its challenges for sure.
I suppose. I just...
So I think that ambitiously this game had a lot going for it. Probably in execution, the same can't be said. I think that's probably where you're going with this.
Was there... When was Risk? They made a Risk video game, but I don't remember.
Oh, they did, but it was
Super Nintendo,
Sega Genesis,
they
probably made it for the Super Nintendo as well. But yeah, it was Sega Genesis. I have it for the Sega.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but yeah, it's.
But this is like such a, like I had said before, there's so much theoretically that can happen that you demonstrated, like hijacking a train, taking the bases, all this other shit, but it all feels utterly pointless when all you have to do is take out their forces.
1994 is when Risk came out.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been about Genesis, Super Nintendo, probably.
Yeah. And North and South was 1990.
Okay.
So, I mean, this was 4 years before that, before they really had the kind of the wherewithal of how to put together a game of that scale.
I suppose so. But Risk was, like, global. This is half of a country. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and it's so funny, too, because when you look at the map, it's like, Florida looks right, Texas looks right, and then you look at the Great Lakes and you're like, what the hell are those?
It's just... Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
What do you give this game for a difficulty?
Honest to God, the game can be difficult at times, but when things are like working in your favor, this game is super easy. It's like a 2, maybe a 3.
I was gonna say a 2.
I think it's
personally.
a 2. I would say a 2, just because you've got the different difficulties. Yeah, see, look at those Great Lakes.
Wow.
It's like, what the hell is that?
Michigan looks like it's got flattened.
It does.
Yeah, like, it's just... It basically, as long as you bum rush them and take them out, the game's done.
Game's super fast.
Yeah,
super
the game's
quick.
super quick.
I think, honestly, as far as the difficulty goes, their enemy strategy never changes. It just makes the difficulty of taking back your fort or taking back your financial, like the financial footing and stuff like that it makes it that much more difficult.
If it even ever comes to that. Because you can just attack them.
Yeah.
And win. And be done. They'll attack you willingly. Mm-hmm. So it's like that one match lasted like 5 minutes because all they did was come at you and you kicked their ass. Like, there's really, like I said, there's no incentive to really do anything else. As long as you have a good grasp of the battles, you can win. Like,
and I think years and years ago, like I said, I love this game, so I played it. God, 2003, 2004, like around that time. I wanted to make this game as difficult as possible, and so what I did was I purposely did not attack them. I tried to stay as far away from them as I could so that I could see like how many people we could have on screen at one time and make like a almost to see like how big of a battle could actually happen. Mm-hmm. And to be quite honest, I mean, sometimes they'll bum rush you, and so it's like you don't really get a chance to ever see like the scale and how big it can be.
Well, I mean, how big could it possibly get?
Well, to be quite honest, I mean, the battles can probably be pretty epic where you can combine your forces, like your soldiers, you can combine them into a bigger army.
That's true.
And then when you go up against them, if they have a bigger army too, it's like 2 times the length of, like, the battle will be 2 times as long. And you can, if I'm not mistaken too, you can add more than 2. Like, you can combine your forces more than 2.
Oh, we didn't even see what happens when the Indians attack.
No, we didn't.
Oh, wow. They'll just flat out kill a whole platoon.
They just flat out kill them all.
Holy shit. Or a whole regiment, I guess.
Okay.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll have to put that back up on screen.
Yeah, because they never really did anything, unless maybe it's because we didn't...
Maybe you had it turned off? It didn't
No, I had them all on. That's the Thunderstorm, the reinforcement ship, and then the Native American attack, but I don't know, maybe it's time based? I honestly
you went
I don't
6
know.
months.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what prompted that.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's really it's an interesting concept and a decent attempt, but
No, it's just
There's
not for
not
you.
much
I
to
understand.
it.
I
There's
understand.
just not much to it.
That's why I said I think theoretically the game was an ambitious and a great idea, but execution it did not really
didn't play out.
it didn't play out as well because you could really ignore a lot of the extra stuff that they threw in the game.
Yeah. It was really unnecessary to attack any of the forts.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
although I suppose, like, you lose your... Yeah, like, basically a fresh force is pretty hard to deal with when you're stumbling around with 2 horses and a soldier.
Exactly, yeah.
So I guess I can see that.
So there is strategy to it, but I think it's because the board is so small that really strategy goes out the window. There's really... Because, I mean, honestly... There's hardly a place that you can be on the board to, like, hide from people. So it's like, if you're running from them, like...
They can just catch up to you next turn.
Exactly. Exactly.
Huh.
So...
But yeah, it kind of feels like a 2. I think there's really not much...
Oh, yeah, no, there's not much for difficulty.
There's no real variation of what they do, what happens. Like,
no.
There's really not enough variable to make it difficult. You know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on then to fun. Well, I know we'll both be skewed on this one. What do you give North and South for... I looked up the price.
So,
Here, you're right, I'm ready to go.
Yep. So honestly, okay, this is one of those games where I do look back at this game and I have rose-colored glasses when it comes to it. However, I can be objective, and judging by what's included, what you can do, how much substance is actually in this game, I'm torn between it's, as far as fun goes, it's a 3 or a 4. Realistically speaking, if putting into my experience and just my soft spot I have for this game, I would honestly give it a 7. But I know that there's no goddamn way that this game is a 7 for fun.
The only way this could possibly be a 7 would be if you're playing with somebody else. If you were playing a versus. Then I could see this being the more strategic route.
Oh, yeah. It would almost be like a game of chess versus... Yeah.
It'd be, like a game of chess. That's the only way I can see it. But playing it against the computer, like if you're just playing by yourself... I'm going to agree with the 3. I think the graphics really aren't super impressive. I mean, for 1990, the background... I mean, like I said, the battles, it reminds me of something we would have seen on Atari. You know what I mean? There's nothing really that neat about it.
Yeah.
I do like that you have the 3 different... Like... You have the cannon, the soldiers, and the horses. I think that's neat. It would have been cooler to have, like, a degree of customization to, like, say what you want in each regiment.
So you get...
you can have a regiment of all cavalry.
So you get the money, and then therefore, like, okay, once you have so much money, you can basically choose what you want to buy. Do you want to buy cannons? Do you want to buy cavalry? Do you want to buy just a regular foot soldier?
I think...
Or an army of foot soldiers. Yeah, it's
I think the train... was stupid. The train idea of giving the money is stupid. I think they should have done it to where, kind of like Risk, where the more territories you own, you get more money.
Well, they
you can
did
afford
that, yes.
more forces.
They did that, where it's like the more territories you controlled, the bigger your payday was when the train would deliver the resources. But what they did, and this is where it becomes a...
but I suppose that gets kind of one-sided.
It becomes a detriment because of how small the space is. Because the train goes on one of those pathways, if you are anywhere close to that, you can intercept it. Right. And it makes it so...
That is kind of a cool idea.
It makes it so damn easy to intercept because it's such a small map. It's so hard to not be by, like, one of those paths. Even just unintentionally.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like the idea of the train like sending the resources, but you can intercept them. But at the same time, the map is so small that it almost takes away the fun of it because it's so easy to get intercepted.
Like, to be honest, there's no reason to ever be in like the upper right corner. There's no reason to ever be in Maine or like Maryland.
No,
or anywhere up there.
And like
even
like
Wisconsin.
When I played that one where it was like Minnesota, you said, oh, why did you play one there? It's like it was literally just to get the territory, just so that I could have the additional territory, so that when my train would come in, I would have additional resources coming in, possibly getting 4 bags of gold versus 3 bags of gold.
Yeah, but it's like. I suppose the way I was doing it to the territories gives you more money. It gets kind of one-sided in that sense, because obviously if you start losing, you clearly can't buy enough forces to compensate. You're just going to get manhandled.
Yep.
So I guess this does make sense in a weird way.
It does have strategy.
Yeah.
It does. And to be quite honest, when I had it on the 3 difficulty, like, it really did feel at one point like it was going back and forth. Like, I felt comfortable, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my god, I may lose this one. And then I started taking over again, and so honestly, I almost would give this game the 4. I would go up to that 4, just because, again, and I think that we've done this before in the past too, where you can understand and you can see where they were coming from with why they designed certain aspects of the game the way that they did. And yes, the graphics don't look great, but I mean, you have a multitude of ways to play. You can take somebody's fort. So that's a level design.
The controls in that look abysmal.
They're not great.
So like that to me almost feels like that it loses that point because of how shoddy the controls are.
But still, it gives it variety, though. You've got this, you've got the train, you've got the regular base, or the regular, like, battle maps and stuff. And there are multiple maps. You can battle on, like sand areas. You've got the, like, with the bridge,
cliffs.
with the river going through it, the cliffs. Like, it looks like you're on a mountain at one point. So, I mean, you've got different locales. And honestly, I think each one has its own, like, charms and its risks as you're traversing them. So honestly, I think that this game did have a little bit going for it, but the execution, yes, it wasn't the greatest. But honestly, I think that this game has charm. So I think I would give it the 4. And I think that you're looking up and you're thinking like, God damn it, because you're starting to come around. And there's a smile on your face. Look at you.
Well, it's like, I see your point, but at the same time, like, some of the things when like I'm watching this, it's like, it just seems, I don't know.
Use your big boy words. You really hate this game, don't you?
I don't hate it. I don't think there's enough to really push it to that 4. Because I feel like
I can see that.
I do think it's decent. Like, it's not bad. It's an interesting attempt at something that really, like, it kind of, because if I'm remembering correctly, isn't Nobunaga's Ambition kind of like this?
I've never actually played Nobunaga's Ambition, but I think it is.
But that's like heavily, like, you have money and you have to buy forces, and I think it's like, it's really involved. And I think the Genghis Khan game is like this too.
Probably, and Bandit Kings of Ancient China would probably be the same way
like,
too.
They're all,
they all did
very,
that same...
very risk. Like,
yeah, they did
actually,
all that same.
If I'm remembering right, maybe Magic of Scheherazade has something like this. There's like a goofy
really?
RP. Yeah, there's like a goofy, like, almost like Risk-esque. Maybe not. Maybe it's not. But
well, it's just funny because this game, I wouldn't even call it like Risk. It's like Risk Junior.
Basically,
Risk Junior.
It's Risk,
like Monopoly
Risk for babies.
Yeah, it's like Monopoly Junior, and then this is Risk Junior.
But like I said, the controls are just kind of janky, and like even you just all of a sudden you're walking super fast in these like
you're running.
fort taking things, I guess, but it just doesn't look like it was programmed very well. So it's like I do see where your intentions are with giving it the 4, but
I just can't go that high with it.
I don't think I can, because coming into it like fresh, I think it would be interesting to give a play or two, especially with somebody else. Like if I were to play with you, I think this game would be fun. I do. But to play against a computer, I think it would be more aggravating than anything. Because of like the fact that they can control multiple forces at once, like in the battle scenes, you can't. You can only move one or the other. You know what I mean? They're controlling the cannon as well as the cavalry as well as this. Like, and it's one of those things where it feels like, like the computer knows what you're gonna do in a fighting game.
Where not quite.
Where like you have to charge Guile's sonic boom and the flash kick, but the computer doesn't have to.
They could just do it instantly.
Just spam it.
That always drove me nuts.
It kind of feels like that kind of a thing, where it's like it's unfair for you because the computer can do everything.
It's not quite that extreme, and I think that you would notice that if you played the game.
Maybe.
But at the same time, yeah, I mean, they can control more than one force at any given time, but I don't know if it really, like, I don't think that it had as much of a detriment to me as it looked like it did, because I honestly, like, I was able to avoid, like, the cannon a lot of the time, even though if they were moving their foot soldiers at the same time, like, I was able to kind of to compensate for that. So
yeah, I just don't. I think it'd be a high 3. I do. I just don't think it could quite edge out to that 4.
Fair enough.
All right. So that's a 2 for difficulty, a 3 for fun.
We will give it a 3.
Paul, what did you pay for North and South?
So for North and South, I paid $9.99 for this game.
Wow.
At GameStop.
GameStop!
I remember finding this the GameStop that was in Racine in the strip mall.
Yes.
Across from Regency Mall.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I found this one. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was still Funkoland at the time. I think they had already changed their brand to.
Changed hands?
Yeah, they already changed hands to GameStop at that point.
Okay.
They killed their forces. But yeah, I remember finding this game for $10, and I thought, oh my god, this is a steal, because there was a store inside of Gurney Mills called Music Recyclery, where they sold like a lot of like CDs and cassette tapes and music, but then they also had games too. They had North and South for $40 there.
Wow!
And so I ended up finding it at GameStop for $10, and I thought, yeah, I struck it rich.
It's like they were looking into the future.
Yeah, maybe.
Because as of this video on PriceCharting.com, North and South goes for $48.77.
And this is a case of, I don't think that the game goes for that much because it's good. I think it's because it is not a very common game to find.
You know, I'm inclined to agree.
This is actually one of the games that I would also say, if you pay attention to price charting points, the game complete is like $89 and something cents. This game is super rare to find complete. It is a super hard game to find complete, like with the instruction booklet and the box too. And how this game is only $90, and yet a game like Contra, which is a dime a dozen, is like $160 or $180 complete. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I understand that Contra is a well-beloved title.
Desirable game.
It's a desirable game, but at the same time, it is not rare complete at all.
No. North and South, honestly, you don't. It's like you said, it's hard enough to find a cartridge.
Yeah, it's hard enough to find the cartridge, let alone loose. So how it's only 90?
Your box is in really good shape.
And the box is immaculate.
Yeah. So are the instructions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I honestly, I love this game, and I just, it was totally worth the $10 that I paid for the cart.
Yeah, needless to say, I don't think it's worth 40.
If I was looking for this game now, and you were telling me that I had to pay 50, possibly in this time too, if like we went to a convention, you'd probably see this game for no cheaper than $75.
Oh, easily.
It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it.
I don't think there's enough variety here to make it. Especially since you could have finished this.
There's not enough substance. We played through
15 minutes.
We played through almost every year, every single difficulty in 30 minutes. It's just there is not enough substance in this game to justify the price of it.
Yeah, considering a match can be done, conservatively speaking, 15 minutes. This is definitely not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little too much. There's just if there had been more to it, possibly like as stupid as it sounds, different maps. Even though that's not a thing.
Yeah, no, different kinds of locations or something that was specific to. Yeah. Like if they would have just done a little bit of research, like okay, like what are some key.
What the fuck? He went into the UP?
Yeah, you could do that too.
Why would you go into the UP?
Additional territories.
Upper Peninsula, for people who are not familiar with what
additional
that means.
territories.
Wow.
But no, if they would say like, okay, so Pennsylvania, they're known for the Liberty Bell. So it's like have like a stage that has like the Liberty Bell in it, and then build things around it, or like what's an artifact in Mississippi? It's like okay, well then use that and build a special level around it. Like
you know what? The more I ponder on this, I am going to change my fun to a 4.
Are you freaking serious right now?
Reason being is because they actually did throw in a lot of historical context.
There was, and it was pretty accurate, too.
And you know what? That fact alone, the more I'm pondering it,
Fort Sumner,
that's
and
really kind of impressive. That
Jefferson Davis, they brought up Robert E. Lee, like all these like real life generals.
Just the fact that changing the year will change the force allocation, and they give a brief description of how that broke down.
And they'll give a brief kind of synopsis before you start the game, saying like this is where things are now. Will the South be able to turn it around?
That's kind of cool. Actually.
I honestly, and that was, and I'm surprised I did not talk more about that, because that was one of the first things that really turned my opinion around on this game when I first played it. Is I'm like, wow, this is really like accurate.
Yeah,
and how
kind of
like
impressive.
If you start in 1863, like the South was winning at like one point, so it's like they have 3 forces against your 2. And then if you go into 1864, when the North was obviously winning at that point, there's more North than South. It was honestly really more accurate than it needed to be.
Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, it didn't have to be at all.
No.
It could have just been like, hey, it starts here. Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You get 4 forces against their 4 forces, go. They didn't have to include picking a year and doing it that way. So actually, I'm gonna give it that. It gives it just that little
you're
push.
Gonna give it that little push into forward territory.
Because I'm a sucker for context. You know that.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm gonna give it to him.
And both the instruction booklet and the game, if you don't have the instruction booklet, will give you all the context you need.
Yeah. So I'll give it that 4 that you were desperately seeking. I'll give you this one. That's actually pretty clever.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's still not worth $50.
Oh God, no, it's still. Yeah. You can call this game a 5 for fun. It's not going to be worth the $50.
No. So that'll do it for North and South.
We hope you enjoyed this wonderful historical episode.
I wish I knew more about the Civil War, but I wish I know not.
Yep, I don't either. But I like games.
What do they call people who have like a Civil War wonk? Is that what they're called? If you're a wonk?
What?
There's a name for people who are like huge into the Civil War.
I just know that people will like
Civil War buff.
I just like the people who like cosplay, like as like Civil War soldiers and stuff. Yeah.
There's like I thought there was a name for people who were like huge into the Civil War. Like they kind of. I thought there was a name. Well, close this out while I look this up.
Well, thank you again for watching. So hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitter, check out PowerTripGaming.tv. It'll take you right to our channel where you can watch all of our other playthroughs. You can watch our fun videos. You can watch our boring videos. Watch them all. You can watch our side quest material as well too, where we tackle games that aren't the NES library. And if you want to check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, or Spotify, we have the PTG Powercast, where we talk about video games, comic books, anything else that we want to talk about. And if you are one of those Puritans who does not like social media, you can always email us at nespowertrip@gmail.com and we will get back to you.
Absolutely! Wonk apparently is something it's kind of like dweeb or like nerd. So if you are a Civil War wonk, you are like huge into you know what I mean? It's not necessarily It could be applied to anything.
It's just funny because wonk sounds like a derogatory term.
Because one of the search things was, is wonk a derogatory term? No, it's just
my God,
a noun for someone who is huge into something
That
or
makes
something
sense,
with
yeah. That's
who
cool.
knows. Anyway,
All right.
Paul just finished her out. So next time a power trip.
We will play something better.
Yes, we will. Nice job, dude.
Thank you.
Sad.